Ladies, gentlemen, et al., this is Odeko, and welcome back to Blueprints. So we are on day 6. Let's jump into it. So, yesterday we got all the way to the anteroom. It gave us a key for the basement, and then I have no idea where to use that key, and then I promptly ran out of steps. So, at least figured out what I should be looking out for now. I was when I was posting the footage, I did see that at some point I was offered a wine cellar and I did not take it as a room. That feels like maybe that could be something to look out for that has a basement attached to it. Or potentially a way to get like down a level into the basement. The layout for it looked like it had stairs leading downwards into the wine cellar. So just a random idea I had while I was looking out. All right, let's get started here. So I do like the parlor. It seems like parlors frequently, it would make sense, a parlor to be an early room for it to give you, but it seems like it frequently is. And it gives you gems, which are often more necessary than you think, because like you'll be given 3 rooms and 2 of the options will be horrible, and then the third one will require gems. So I was regretting not taking it yesterday. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. The blue box is true. I feel like this puzzle's getting more complicated the more I do it. The gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter B. Does this contain the letter U? No, it does not. But it does contain a B. This one contains a B and a U. This one does contain a U. And a B. So this one is necessarily true, because they all have a B. This one is also necessarily true, because we know this one is true. So then this one has to be false. The gems are in a box containing a statement with letter U. This one has a U. This one has a U. This one does not have a U. Let's see if they're in the blue box here. Perfect. Before we progress forwards, let's do this door first. Ooh, this is a pretty... Both of these are... the storeroom is good for the consumables, but security is also great. It's just so nice to like, the more keycard doors we can get that are unlocked, the less we have to worry about them being locked with a key that we need. I also remembered the first time I got this room, there was like a broken lever in here, and there was a note that talked about the levers being necessary to get to the anteroom, but I have not seen that again, so I don't know if that's like a random occurrence or how exactly that works. Key card system settings. We want it to be low for now because we haven't found the closet yet, but we want to have the offload mode be unlocked. I think security level low can be good or can be bad, but the offline mode, you always want it to be unlocked. I haven't found a reason why I wouldn't want it to be unlocked yet. Ooh, the nook here is pretty good. So we have 4 doors pointing upwards. I'm pretty pleased with our room selection so far. The utility closet, I believe is what the room is called. Yep, there we go. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Yep, this is perfect. I think we're off to a great start here. Gonna turn that off. Still don't know about these VAC indicators. These, I always mess with them. I don't know what any of them do. I haven't found the gymnasium or the garage yet. I have found the dark room, and I haven't been able to figure out what the switch does. So, again, I'll keep a lookout for the gymnasium or the garage. I don't curious. Actually, that's a good point. Let's look at the directory here. I will say that I have not been taking bedrooms very frequently, partially because I've rarely been running out of steps. That hasn't been my issue too so much as I've been exploring the kind of early part of the game. But as I am more consistent getting further, I should probably take more bedrooms. Just getting a grasp on how many rooms I haven't seen here. Green rooms, I've seen more green rooms like as options and just haven't picked them. Shops are also another thing I haven't picked very frequently just because I haven't had a ton of coins usually to spend on things. And then red rooms, because multiple times I've gotten furnace, I've gotten a lot of the red rooms. Cool. So this is, I think we're off to a really strong start here. The other thing I'd like to see would be, I want to try to do that laboratory puzzle that I got the first day and then have not had another attempt at. Okay, now we're going to change the security level to high, because when we find those doors, they're automatically unlocked. Cool. Launder currency. Not sure what that means. I kind of don't want to waste a gem on that. I mean, it would be nice to know what it means. Is it worthwhile? Let's do it. I'm still kind of in the process where I'd like to learn more about the mechanics, and so this definitely could be useful, and I have other options. Oh. Swap. This service costs 5 coins and will exchange all of your gems with all of your coins at a 1-to-1 rate. Costs 5 coins, all your keys with all your gems. 10 coins, all of your keys with all the rest of your coins. Okay, that's interesting. It's the same, yeah. So it's if you find yourself with a lot of coins and then maybe an unbalanced amount of consumables. Okay, I'm glad I know what this does. That was probably a waste of a room, but it's good to know. Oh shoot! And it also was a waste of a gem there, unfortunately. Let's do the hallway. This is always the same note, yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, now I've managed to I've made a one poor decision there, and it has very quickly hemmed me in entirely. I should have. It doesn't. I don't really like. It would have been better to do the bottom door for the parlor, but like I don't think that's universally the case. It's not like more of the rooms let you go straight through as opposed to turn. So something I maybe could have done there, but okay, that's good. At least these are. At least means that the game isn't immediately over. Got a chest there. Won't waste my 1 key on it immediately. Laboratory or closet? I did want to do the laboratory. The closet is quite good, and this is a good spot for it, obviously. Let's do the closet for now because I also suspect that the laboratory, in order to work, it needs to be able to connect up to... Oh, cool, the shell. Yep, I was looking for that on one of the other runs. Yeah, I believe the laboratory, it seemed like it needed to connect up to the... either the boiler room or... Yeah, it was the boiler room, not the furnace room. So I think putting in that corner would lock me out of that. Okay, I probably need to do the chapel. Yeah, the chapel's definitely... This would be nice in another situation, but I need the doors here. Hopefully this is letting me recover a little bit. I guess we got to do the kitchen just to get more door options. These, I believe, are always the same. I think we've seen all these before. This one is different. Lemon glazed salmon. 20 steps plus an additional 10 if you have an aquarium. And then in order to get those steps, we need to go to the dining room and also reach rank 8. Should we do... Yeah, let's do this door. Discover less common floor plans while drafting in the library. I don't hate that. Yeah. It's slightly better. Okay, yeah, this is a new room, and we've seen this room in the security room. There was a security footage of this room, and I was curious about it. Mount Holly Library book request form. Books and periodicals requested with this form will be pulled and available the next time you draft the library. Oh, that's fun. Please select one. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. Swimbird. Curious about that. That's the children's book that has political that's not the one that has political overtones. It was Red Prince that had political overtones. But we think this is probably our character's mother, Marion Marigold. The Fixed Stars, History of Orindia, History of Orindia. Caleb Manning, that was the author that was arrested for political reasons. EPCW, Pump System User Manual, Drafting Strategy, Architectural Digest. I feel like Swimbird is lore, and some of these others have uses. Architectural Digest, if I had to take a wild guess, maybe unlocks new rooms to draft. Of something like that. The Pump System User Manual might be helpful for solving the laboratory puzzle. Or a different puzzle. Fixed Stars probably has to do with the observatory. I don't know. Maybe it's silly to pick the option that is not necessarily gameplay beneficial, but I'm going to go with this one. Simon P. Jones. I'm vaguely remembering that Marion Marigold was a pseudonym and her last name was Jones, but I'll have to check that again next time we get the archive. Cool. Is this book readable? No. Additional reading. The house directory is a great resource for information. If you wish to read more about a specific room in your house, press R to pull up the directory. I have done this, but I guess I haven't scanned the blurbs for info. 2 stories of wall-to-wall books. Few books have been withdrawn from the shelves and placed on rostrum strands in various corners of the library. Just trying to figure out if any of these have, like, any of the interesting rooms have a little tidbit. A room of many doors and even more choices. The Great Hall is unquestionably the largest hallway of the house, but it is also the least useful, for the doors lining its walls are always locked, perhaps for a reason. I mean, this was the one where we found the lever to get into the anteroom, which is pretty good. It said books are pulled out on these lecterns, which they undoubtedly are, but they don't seem to be readable. Oh, is this one readable? Got it. Just no new information there, just records about gameplay. Anything over here? Mount Holly scrapbook. Baron of Mount Holly names nephew provisional heir. So that presumably is... Okay, my favorite floor plans. Hallway. Can't seem to ever pass it up. I mean, it's a good one. Most drafted hallway. That's just funny. That does make sense. I've definitely done, I think, the hallway every single turn. Or every single time. Most paid for, 4 gems. Most time spent in security. I wonder why I had the most time spent in security. Just reading the stuff on the computer, I guess. Contraptions I made. I didn't even know I was going to be able to make contraptions. Commissary, nursery, boiler room. It's fun. Cool. Okay. Enough playing around. Okay, here's the wine cellar. It does feel like not an ideal time to choose it, unfortunately. 3 gems is nice, but the Rotunda, I'm intrigued by it, but I obviously don't have the gems for it. So I either hem myself in and gain gems, or spend a gem to get the aquarium, which will unlock, it'll improve the food served at the dining room, but that seems pretty far down the line there. It is nice. I'm gonna get a new room regardless. The issue with the wine cellar is, okay, so have to go back to the chapel. We have to get a straight across room from the chapel, and if we don't, it's just game over. So we have to get a straight across room, and then we're like all the way shoved in the corner. So even if we get a straight across room once, we could still be in trouble. I think I am still going to do the wine cellar. It'll give us new information. I think the gems will be good. Maybe the gems will allow us to get a straight across room, hopefully. Is there anything to glean here? MCC. So this is 1213. Is that's pretty old. If this is supposed to take place in like the late 90s or maybe even early 2000s. It's like I don't think that means the mansion is 800 years old. Maybe the family, it's a family name dates back to that time or something. Let's see anything else in here. Although this definitely, I would not be surprised in the slightest if this moves. Like if this, is like a hidden door somehow. But it doesn't look like there's an obvious keyhole for the basement key. Interesting. Unfortunately, unless I get the basement key, that's going to be tough to check my hypothesis that that's where you put it. So, all right, moment of truth. We need a straight across. Darn it. Did not get one. I mean, we are going to get to see what the garage is finally. Yeah, I think... What was my mistake here? I think a big mistake was laundry room. I shouldn't have... Like, I was curious what that is, and it's good to get the info, but it ended up being a totally useless room, and it kind of blocked us off from one of our valuable frontward-facing doors. I think if I'm going to try out a room, it shouldn't be, like, on one of the few doors that face further into the house. Didn't even get to use our shovel. Ooh, what's this? Okay, I will be able to go back and turn on the power to this room and come back here. It's not like I have anything better to do with this life. Christoph, this is the third time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you have been driving for his lordship. Your absence must be accounted for. Mrs. Babbage. I'm like, is that the kind of thing? That seems like the kind of thing I should be noting down. Christoph going on, Christoph the driver, going on strange, unaccounted for trips. Putting it in my notebook here. Cool. Here are keys that will not be useful. I can open that chest in the den, obviously. I don't know if there's anything else here. Presumably when I turn on the power to the garage and click this button, it'll open the garage door, which I don't know if I'll get to then go out and explore. That's kind of interesting. Just some coins. Here we go. Turn on the garage. Yeah, it seems like... Interesting. I don't know. Now that I know what turning off the power in the garage does, I'm not sure why you'd ever want it to be turned off. Maybe it's usually turned off. Oh, wrong way. Maybe it's usually turned off, and then when you, like, to open the door, you have to have that combination of rooms so you can turn it back on. Not sure. There we go. Ooh, maybe there'll even be something to dig out here. Cool. The west path. Presumably... Okay, that may be one reason why we haven't seen the garage yet. Maybe it always has to be facing west. That would make sense. Maybe it always has to be in this spot in particular, actually. I don't know if it can be, like, further back or further forward. That's an interesting constraint on rooms, if some of them have to be in one specific grid space. Entering and exiting out through the west-facing private drive. Blueprint dead end. Yeah. Like the little bit of music here. Who will I be able to open this door from this side? Yeah. That's a primary example of... Okay, there we go. Cool. Are you telling me I couldn't reach over? I couldn't reach my arm over that and undo that pin? What are we doing here? That cost me 2 steps to demonstrate that, and it was well worth it. Yeah, I am curious, now that this is unlocked, surely the garage won't, like, be there in the future. It's not like another entrance to the house. I mean, I guess it's worth checking, but that doesn't seem like that would be how that would work. Oh, cool. This is cool. I was not expecting this to pop up. Let's see what the special items are. Is this something I can do every single round now? Sledgehammer. I don't think I found anything. The one time I had the sledgehammer, I don't think I found anything to use it on. Lockpicks. It's pretty good. I like this music. I kind of wish that... Got it. Kind of wish there were more background music to the normal playthrough, because enjoying this kind of quiet, somber. I don't think there is much else to see, unfortunately, but that's pretty cool. So I guess at the cost of a few extra steps, you can wander over here on a normal playthrough. Something which I think we will check out right now, because we are out of places to build a new room. Mount Holly, quaint cottage. Little, first of all, a little dismissive of my efforts calling it a quaint cottage, but also, I mean, come on. 15 rooms in a tool shed? That's it's kind of funny to call that a quaint cottage. No, wait, don't go in the front door yet. I'm gonna have to waste a step backing up. Alright. Let's go see what our unlock does on subsequent days. Okay, so yeah, the plank isn't here. The plank isn't here, and it also looks like... I keep checking that like that's going to be a map. Yeah, it looks like the garage door, I also can't see it from the outside of the house. So I think the garage can probably be spawned anywhere along the outside of the house, and that determines, like, where the door would spawn. So it's not specifically that one rank 4 I think we were at. Root cellar. Rooms in your house will be more likely to contain dig spots for today. Items for trade. That seems quite good. Especially it means I can dodge anything that would give me gems. And it means that if I get something like that first day where I had a pretty easy way of replenishing my steps, it means that a lot of the special rooms would be free. Now, I'm guessing it's not like 1-to-1. I'm guessing not 3 gems doesn't mean 3 steps, because that would be a big discount, basically, because 3 steps is not very much. I'm kind of between these two. I'm curious about the items for trade. Let's do the hovel this time. Let's see how this works out. Notice of termination. Dear Mr. Ravane, your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly a little rude. However, I regret to inform you that your services as the groundskeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required, effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms, in particular, has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service and wish you the best in your future endeavors. Ann Babbage. Ann Babbage is on a tear in this institution. It said, all your tools return to the tool shed. Is the tool shed something I have access to? I don't think I saw a tool shed. What was his name? I'm going to note his name down too. Mr. Ravane. Fired groundskeeper. Just noting that down. Also just write down Ann Babbage's name, because it's come up several times as the sort of the lead housekeeper. Cool. Yeah, so if the tool shed is something we've seen before, maybe it spawned a bunch of tools in it. I don't think there was a tool shed over in this direction. There was just kind of like the tent. So maybe the tool shed is a room I'll have to build. Okay, so that exhausted 6 steps to do that. Which is not, I think, will be worth it, especially if we find a way to gain steps. I think for the first time, I was going to say I'll finally build the guest bedroom, but this is just such a bad place for it. I am going to do the nook. Now I am more inclined to build those step increase buildings, especially the nursery, which gives me more steps every time I build a bedroom, I believe. I've never built that one, but that seems like a good one. Ooh, chapel seems great here. Just for more doors. I'm not even going to go through there yet, but I keep sealing myself off, and so having ways to not do that seems great. Let's do the corridor. The den gives me access to this room, but I should have access to that anyway. And I don't need the gem. The den does have a... Okay, so drawing room I think typically costs 1 gem, and now it costs 3 steps. So 3-to-1. Not too bad. I'm between storeroom and drawing room here. I do eventually need keys, but I think this is valuable. Again, don't want to seal myself off too early here. And here's the reason why. Now I can get the storeroom over here. Pick up the gem. There's probably other uses for them other than buying rooms. Okay, I need to... Don't forget I have a reroll here. Parlor just gives me gems. Pantry gives me coins. Um, Observatory's good, but I don't love it here. Obviously, it's not good doors. Let's redraw. I think this is a pretty good spot for a guest bedroom. Spare room lets me pass through, but I have three doors that I can build off of. And I am dwindling steps pretty quickly. So let's do the guest bedroom here. I can't remember if I've gone in here before. Yeah, I have. This is the one that gives you a hint on the billiards room. It doesn't seem like there's much else in here. Okay. Oh. 8 items is crazy. And I have not seen this before. I got to see what this is just for the info. That's awesome. 8 items up here. That looks like a special key. Key to the secret garden. Cool. Metal detector. This, I think, adds more keys and coins, which is good because those are the 2 I need more of. Gems are not helping me out too much. It's another key. Safe deposit box key. No idea where that is useful. Yeah. Oh, shovel. Excellent. It's a note I can read. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. For some reason the icon didn't pop up for a second. I was like, oh no, are there secret items I could click on without the icon? Dear Miss Marigold, thank you so much for giving our editors the opportunity to consider your illustrated children's book, The Red Prince. Unfortunately, I regret that we have come to the conclusion that although the illustrations are wonderful, we do not think the material is a good fit with Ruffington's current catalog and therefore will not be pursuing a partnership at this time. If you provided us with a return envelope, your manuscript will be returned to you. Otherwise, it has been recycled. Thank you again for thinking of us here at Ruffington, and do not be discouraged to submit any work you complete in the future. We wish you every success in finding a home for your book. Thomas Yanders, editor. Change the ending to political. Yes, that was the one where she's like, it's just a story that came to me while I was telling stories to my son. It has nothing to do with politics. I guess presumably she's the one who wrote that. I don't know why they would have typed it up and then also wrote. Yeah, so that probably means that was a lie, that it wasn't intentionally political. You got enough. Oh, okay. Because of our hovel buff of needing to pay steps instead of gems, that probably wasn't a perfect trade, but I think I got everything. I'm very excited. That was a great room there. Yeah, unlocks box 149. I didn't process that number first time. Finding it won't be easy. Key to the secret garden. Alright, and then we're about to lose our coin. Not the end of the world. I'm hemorrhaging steps a little bit. Let's see. I have 2 thoughts here. I do have a shovel. So getting more green rooms is pretty good because the green rooms are the ones that have buried stuff in them. This one, I don't have any coins, and it costs steps, and I'm running low on steps, but it has a door pointing upwards. And if I don't get this one, and I don't get the right doors for the chapel, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but because for the door pointing upwards of the chapel, it either needs to be a north-facing door or an east-facing door. Bedroom, I'm probably not going to do. I want to do the terrace one just because I want to be able to start. Oh, shoot. This one doesn't have anything buried. Unfortunate. I'm trying to see if there's anything that could be a secret garden out here. We found, like, over to the east, kind of close to the campsite, there was like a metal door that did not look like a door to a secret garden, certainly. I'm just trying to think of, like, that was the only locked door that we've seen outside of the house, which would be my guess at where the secret garden would be. Getting nervous. Getting nervous again. Oh, metal detector. Does that mean it's in this room somewhere? Yeah. Cool. That's funny. Oh, is there another one? Wooden and brass magnifying glass. Inspect the documents of the estate more closely. I've definitely seen this on the desk before, and I did not think it was interactable. What is... interesting. Is this useful at all? Now I kind of want to go and look at that note that the publisher sent about the book being too political. I mean, I'll do that. I'll definitely do that if I get a chance. I have no idea why the magnifying glass would be useful. I mean, presumably it's not just like, surely it doesn't just magnify. Oh, okay, we gotta do den. Obviously. We are stocking up on these gems. Hopefully there's another reason to have them other than just unlocking rooms. Cool. Okay, the compass is good. Get floor plans leading more frequently. That's a good item. But also this map, which we got the one time before, and then we're not able to do. Okay, so I was curious. I was wondering about this. We got the map before, and it was a different. It was a different trail on it, and I thought that maybe that trail was like consistent between games. But then we had the opportunity to follow the trail on a subsequent day, and it didn't do anything. So I was like, maybe the map is randomized, and it's only for that specific day that it works, and that does seem to be the case. So I don't need to keep track of that past day's trail. Now I just need to follow this one. So this one starts in rank 3, although I think that might be where we are right now, actually. And we need to go up. Okay, that seems hopefully doable. Yeah, so we are currently at the start of the map. We need to go up to the west and then up. So I'm going to do my best to find rooms that will allow me to do that. So we need a room that will allow us to go west. And you know what? I would have taken this East Wing Hall anyway. Seems ideal. This is a new room. Have not seen this one before. See that cool statue out there? Okay, so now we want a room that will let us go north, which hopefully the compass will help us out with. Courtyard, perfect. And it's free because of our terrace. Definitely can't take the nursery here, although I do need more steps. But got it. Nice, got the sledgehammer. Yeah, I think we're doing quite well with the items. I just need a way to replenish my steps, and I think I'll be feeling good about this this run. But okay, so now we just need to go north 2 more times. So, all right, big money, no whammies. This one's locked. My special keys. Because we're in a garden, I'm just going to try this, and if it doesn't work, it'll just say you can't use this here. Yep. Okay, so we'll use a normal key. Oh, nice. Perfect. So we can do the hallway. Yep, definitely going to do the hallway. And then we're actually going to be able to do... Am I crazy? Oh, yep. I'm blind. So we are actually going to be able to do this treasure map, which that's fun. I'm excited about that. What do we want to do here? I kind of want to do the pantry just because I feel like we're getting really hemmed in. The coins are not super useful. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. It's the gems that aren't super useful. Coins, we just need to find a shop, and then we'll be doing well because we have plenty of coins. Yeah, let's do the pantry again. We are running a little low on steps, so this is nice. But that doesn't really permanently increase your steps at all. It just makes it easier to traverse. Nice. Bridget. I don't think we've heard the name Bridget before. I'll note it down. I'm starting to note down some of the housekeepers just because they seem to be like recurring names. And the fact that it said something about the driver was unaccounted for the 3rd time, that made me think, okay, maybe there is a mystery involving these housekeepers that we should be keeping track of. So that this made me want to start. Okay, here we go. Treasure map. This looks like the spot. I have a shovel. One of the lost coffers of Mount Holly. Contains 40 coins. Oh my gosh. I'm rich. I have 49 coins. That's fun. I kind of thought it might be like a key or a puzzle piece or something, but just seems to be a ton of money, which I'm not complaining much about. That's for sure. What do I want to do here? I kind of want to go back. try out these other doors first? Let's do that. I don't know enough about like the possible room layouts to know if I should be approaching a room from a certain direction to try and check one item and retrieve it on another day. What items would I want to do that for? Boudoir is a good door. Commissary items for sale. I mean, I want all these. now I'm seeing it, I want all of these. I'm tempted for items for sale just because I have 49 coins. It seems like I need to be taking advantage of that. What would I want to check for another day? Maybe the secret garden key. Or the vault key. Treasure map I wouldn't need to. I think I'm going to do the commissary, although I am intrigued by that coat check. Oh, this is fun. I really expected, I don't know why, this is not the kind of game where this makes sense. I really thought we were going to walk up to this and there was going to be an entire mini game. An entire like arcade game to play in here. At least let me buy some cigarettes. Come on. Let's check that out in a second. Staff notice. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. Okay, we've seen this before. Hold on. Is this Swan Song? Okay, that has to be what this is for. Oh, I'm writing that down because that has been the same every time. We could see the S, but terminal pass Swan Song. Awesome. Okay, that makes a little more sense. This has got to be the... Okay, so I don't think I've seen any other notes that had like an obvious thing that the magnifying glass would be good for. With, and then my tent that I'm camping in, and then without the number 10 dog tag. I have no idea what that means. Oh. Gonna screenshot that. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience, but it's a lie. What? I don't know what that means. I don't know how to interpret. Does that mean it is closed now? Annual Maids Day sale. 2 days only. All items up to 50% off. All staff welcome. Day 20 and 21. Okay, I'm going to write these down. So, commissary. Day 20 and 21. All items up to 50% off. I don't really know how to interpret these like timed events. We have not encountered many of those yet. The commissary, I'm worried this means that it's the commissary will be closed. Okay. Lie. Commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. That makes me think I should come here between day 12 to day 16 because something's going to be going on. The other thing it could mean is that it's only open on those days, but first of all, that wouldn't make sense for the sale, and second of all, that would be very sad. Yeah, okay. Don't need gem. Don't need a set of gems. Definitely want an... Does that say floor plan upgrade disc? Definitely want that. And definitely want a key. So we're going to get the upgrade disc. Insert into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. Cool. And then I'm going to buy a key. I will... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have bought a key quite yet because I could have come back here. We don't have a terminal yet, so we definitely want to get a terminal because I don't want to lose that that upgrade disc. But we only have 2 doors right now. Okay, so definitely high priority is find a terminal before we run out of steps. This is not ideal. Let's do... Do we want to do archives or do we want to do dark room? I'm nervous about the dark room. I mean, I'm nervous about both of them. Archives gives me the extra door, but it's like the permanent debuff. This is tough. This is a big ask. I think I'm gonna, just because every time we've lost, it's been because we've run out of doors. I think we got to do the archives, although I don't like it. This will let me check out if I'm remembering correctly that her maiden name was, or her, not her maiden name, but her actual last name was Jones, and Marigold was a pen name. Yeah, Mary Matthew Jones. Okay, I think that mostly confirms it. Don't we already have the library? Or that was last game. Oh man. I'm instantly tempted to do we want library? I shouldn't waste steps on a blind guess. Let's do the library. Oh, and we do get the book. Herbert Sinclair, 85. Detective Bon Margul. This is interesting. December 24th, 85, Simon. That's probably me. That's got to be me. Mrs. Peterson, Mrs. Peterson, Mrs. Peterson, and Babbage. Again, I'm gonna grab that. It seems like there could be useful info there. Swimbird by Marion Marigold. I am a dare bird, a daring and brave bird, diving so deep bird, a ride on the wave bird. There's not a dare I would not do. There is not a depth I would not dive to. However, my friends are not very open to the idea that I like the sky less than the ocean. Bird in the sky, not in the sea. That is what they say when looking at me. You are not a seabird, you are not a swim bird. If you are a friend bird, fly in the wind bird. And should you always listen to friends? For they know best, or for they know me best, or so they pretend. So I dare not dive, and I dare not swim, and I dare not step foot in the ocean again. And I dare not smile, and I dare not laugh, for they will do it for me and on my behalf. And I dare not dream, and I dare not speak, for maybe my friends won't like the real me. And I will say goodbye to my dreams in the sea, and wonder why daring feels just like defeat. Got it. That does appeal to be lore, and I think some of those other books would have been like a permanent benefit, but I'm not mad to find that info. This seems like definitely could be useful puzzle info, and also cool, well written kids book. I'm assuming this is all the same stuff up here. Yep. All right. Really want a terminal. Door's locked. We got plenty of keys. Foyer hallway doors are always unlocked. I can't lose half my steps, and I can't justify spending 6 on that, especially because we got keys. So we're gonna have to do this one. Not disappointed. Plus 3 steps. I mean, I'm happy to get that in this particular moment. Next one is a gym. This one seems really good. The rooms with 4 doors are more likely. This one seems quite good right now because it has a door facing the right direction, and we need food, and we have lots of coins. So let's do this one. Plus 10 if you have a showroom in your house. I have not seen a showroom. Plus 5 for every green room in your house. I think I have 2. Plus 15. Yeah, we have 2 green rooms. I mean, so that seems good. I could wait to buy that until I have another green room, I guess. That probably would have been the smart way of doing it. Buy this first, and then wait to buy that for later. But not the end of the world. I will save that for now, and then if I need it, it is there. We are a little nervous about the state of the map here, but oh no. Alright, compass, don't fail me now. This has got to be a good one because those other 2 are dead ends. The gymnasium. Okay, cool. So we finally found this room. Whenever you enter the gym, you lose 2. Oh. That's scary. I mean, I guess you only lose it. I assume that means you don't lose 2 additional. I guess I'll have to check. It only means you lose 2 instead of 1, or do you lose 3 total? Servants' quarters. Oh, yeah. I mean, yet again, if this doesn't have the right doors, it's a game over. Unfortunately. Oh, nice. I mean, we don't have... Glad this has an upward-facing door. We don't have the utility closet yet. So, oh shoot. I think it's game over. But oh, thank goodness. I totally forgot about our side quest to find a terminal for the upgrade. That was very glad to find that. You'll now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. Okay. Do we want 2 keys, 2 gems, or 10 coins? I think gems is... I'm not going to do gems. Do I want... Keys are usually more useful than coins, but 10 coins is quite the benefit. So it's like, do I want 1 extra key or 9 extra coins, I guess is the question. I feel like coins is quite good. I've been dodging the shops because I usually don't have the coins for it. When you do have the coins for it, it is quite nice to get a shop. And 10 is quite a lot. I think I am going to do the coins. All right, I am glad I got that permanent upgrade, even though I am now locked out, unfortunately. Oh, but I also can use my new password that I learned. Network login, staff services. Wait, hold on. So staff services, remote terminal access, electronic mail, data transfers, glossary of terms. Punch in and out. Service has been temporarily disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly. Okay. Staff announcements. Saturday, November 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Your friends and faithful service. Okay. So the staff are hoping that I'm able to solve the puzzle. Schedule request. The service has been temporarily disabled. Got it. Special orders. If you like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. Brass compass, magnifying glass, metal detector, running shoes, shovel, sleeping mask, sledgehammer. So we have not seen either running shoes or sleeping mask, and also I am very curious as to what either of those would do. My guess would be sleeping mask would be more steps per bedroom. Like when you build a bedroom, maybe it has a set amount of steps it gives you, or it's a multiplier on the amount that you get from each bedroom. Something like that. That makes sense for sleeping mask. I have no idea what running shoes are, and as such, I'm going to choose it. Okay. I think I saw these. Remote terminal access. It's possible to connect to other terminals elsewhere on the estate using RTA. View active terminals. Office, laboratory, and shelter. Okay. We've seen the laboratory one. We have not seen the office one, and we definitely have not seen the shelter one. Shelter seems like bomb shelter, maybe. Like, maybe connected to the strange blocked off tunnel that we found that leads under the estate. It's kind of interesting. Electronic mail. Permissions of this terminal do not allow for access to the electronic mail account. Currently, this feature can only be accessed via the terminal located in the office. Got it. Note that down. Office terminal to check email. Data transfers. Data transfers from Sync are currently not available. Might be something we can access later. Glossary of terms. Adjoining. Rooms are considered adjoined if they are connected to each other via doorway. Allowance. A set amount of gold granted at the beginning of each day. Your allowance is typically left in the entrance hall each morning. Archived floor plan. Floor plans that are hidden from view after drafting archives. One of the most common type of rooms. Bedrooms are typically used for resting and regaining steps and are identifiable by the violet borders. Blessing. Blessing is a persistent benefit that lasts for several days, typically bestowed from shrine after an offering of gold has been made. We have not seen that mechanic. That's interesting. Call it a day. Know what that is. Color. The color of the floor plan will usually indicate the type of room. Yeah. We knew all that. Dead end. Dead end is any room lacking a second doorway. If room ever has additional doorways, it is not considered dead end, even if those doorways are blocked. Dig. Okay, know about that. Dirigiblocks. In the commissary, players may find an arcade cabinet for the popular game Dirigiblocks. To the dismay of board members of the staff, the cabinet has not been working in working order for the last several years. Okay, so that's funny. I was right. That although the game is not currently accessible, it's scheduled to be added in a future patch. So I was right. That will be a playable arcade game. They just haven't added it yet. That's fun. My dismay has turned into delight. Occasionally, you may find piles of dirt on the estate. These dig spots, often found in green rooms, can be dug up with a shovel. Know about that. Know what drafting is. Draft pool. Okay, so drawing. Okay, got it. Oh wait, there's more. There's so many more of these. Okay, I don't need to check every single one of these. Oh, actually, this is useful. The east wing rooms of the house are the 9 rooms that border the very right edge of the house. So that note that says that rooms in the west wing are less likely to be locked means that the rooms on the western border, not like everything west of the center line, which is kind of how I understood it. Got that. Experiment. I understand that one. Green room. Grounds. Hallway. Just see if there's anything super useful. Luck. Luck determines the likelihood that you will find additional items in rooms of the estate. Can be raised by certain items in rooms marked on their floor plan by a clover. I don't think we've seen that. Oh, we haven't seen sauna or mailroom yet. Rooms that provide benefit in the future. Tomorrow you will start the day with 20 extra steps. A package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. Got it. Okay. I think that's all we can do there. Cool. Again, unfortunately hit a dead end here, but remembered all that. Wait, read memos equals lies unless written by hand. I definitely could have read that before, but I kind of remember there was something on there, but I didn't really didn't stare at it. It's very legible without the magnifying glass. I don't know why it took me so long to read that. Okay, that's good to know. Red note equals lie unless written by hand. I can't remember which red notes we've seen that were written by hand. This one's obviously not. I mean, that'll be good to know in the future, but now I have a bunch in my notes about something that we saw in a red note that was I don't know if it was written by hand or not. Cool. Okay, I think we are unfortunately blocked off in all directions here, so I don't really have much that I need to go back and investigate. So we may call it a day there, but definitely continuing to make progress. Feel energized. Feel like we're getting a lot of good things. This permanent benefit of the outer room seems awesome. It seems like a really cool upgrade that we'll be able to have a bonus effect on all future days, and gonna keep digging into the mysteries here. So thanks for watching. Drop a like and a subscribe if you're enjoying, and we'll keep going away. Appreciate it. Have a good one.